All right, people. So today we're gonna be watching one of your requested videos. It's about how to spot a submissive person. You guys have been sending me some freaky leaky people the last few days. I mean, from a sociopath to a psychopath to a fucking wanted pimp. Now we got a girl who's trying to make Father Alex a sub. Oh hell no! So we're gonna be watching it, and in fact, I'm uploading this on the guy's channel too, because we can learn about how manipulators spot the weak people, but also how to make someone submissive. So this is gonna go for everyone, ladies and gentlemen. And if you guys want to work with me one-on-one to defend yourself against people who are trying to manipulate you, book a one-on-one phone call by clicking on the description down below. And yeah, and check us out on Patreon. There you'll be able to get access to more videos on Patreon for $5 a month, and you get access to Father Alex. You could talk to me, you can say hello, you can say um that's why your channel's dying, that type of shit. Yeah, people have told me that. Man, some of you people are going to hell, man. Hurting Father Alex's feelings. All right, let's start with the video.
Greetings to you, everyone. It's me
How to be a Russian. I'm sorry, man. It's just that she got that vibe, man. She's in shape. She's sexy. She'll fool you at a gym.
again. And before I start, I would like to invite you to my free Telegram channel where I share everything that comes to my hand, basically. Sometimes I'm funny. So, our topic for today is how to identify a sub. I'm doing it with the direct sunlight, and it's a bit too bright. Too bright. My eyes are too.
Dude, Russian girls have to be some of the most masculine. I mean, look, people say they're feminine. I don't know. I mean, they look feminine, but their personality is is not Mexican. Let's just put it that way.
Sensitive, but okay, let's see. So, I think this video is mostly for women, but also men would be able to add something probably in the comments. Yeah, because we all need to know how to identify a submissive man. So let's imagine that as a woman, you go on a date and you want to understand whether this man is potentially going to submit to you or not. And you might ask a valid question. Why don't you just ask him?
Okay, well, it's rude to ask
Yeah,
that.
why don't you? Why are you watching this video? Exactly. This question has become
Did she
quite
just
popular.
pause on her own? What are you
Exactly.
talking about?
Ask him.
Okay.
Yeah, why don't you? Why are you watching this video? Exactly. This question has become quite popular. Whenever I do Q&A, there is always someone who asks it. Also, I receive direct
We're
messages.
gonna move it here because this is long.
Is essential.
Okay.
This is how you let the other person know that I'm a safe space. Yeah, you can talk to me about whatever is going on in your mind. You know what actually bothers me? I like when everything is symmetrical. I want this microphone to be at the center, but I can't because there is a zipper. I will try not to look at that because it's really annoying. Another tip that I can share, yes, something that I use, is that I start kind of conditioning a man right from the beginning. And well, you might call it testing. Man, please cover your ears. Yeah, don't listen. Right from the start, I say that I want something, you know, and I just look at the reaction. Well, first of all, I pay attention at every little thing. Yeah, like does he open the door? Does he pull the chair? Does he, well,
Pull the chair, bitch, please. I'm not pulling no chair. What the fuck? Well, wait a minute. No. That's true, it's true, it's true. Whoa, sorry about that. Oh, nah, I don't know why I got so mad, but yeah, that's fine.
follow the sidewalk rule? Like, yeah,
Yeah,
all
I
these
do that too.
things.
That's good.
And to me, a man who is a gentleman, it just gets a huge bonus. It does not necessarily mean that it's a good person. Yeah, maybe he just wants to woo you and he knows that women like it. However, if he doesn't do that and he's not willing to learn, yeah, to do that, I probably wouldn't be interested. And a man who is a chivalrous gentleman is that's more important for me than being submissive in bed.
So with her, character matters. Good shit. Good shit. I like that. I like that. Because it feels like she wants to interact with the guy. It's not just a one-way street. If I just wanted to use you, I don't give a fuck how you are. But it seems like personality matters to her. And I'm saying that, I know it sounds crazy, but hey, it's something that makes sense.
Unless he's a like complete sadist dom and likes to tell women what to do. So yeah, usually during the first date, I check his like service orientation. Can I say it like this? Yeah, like being service oriented.
Okay.
I might say that I want some water after we already ordered our stuff, yeah, or that I want something additional. And I just look at the reaction.
Okay,
'Cause
me, if you would say, hey, can you get me some water? I'm like, yeah, of course. Yeah, sure. Yeah. But that don't mean you can peg me. Oh, hell no.
if his reaction is not to get it for me, then probably he's not service oriented. Okay. But again, a man who
So she's qualifying for givers. She's looking for signs of a giver, which to fit her needs, it's what she wants.
is service oriented is not necessarily submissive in this like kink way. Yeah, because maybe he does not have any submissive kinks. But I believe that for most women who are watching this video and who follow me, a man who is proactive and service oriented, yeah, and in his masculine and submits from the masculine, I somehow believe that this is why you're here. I always tell women, yeah, who want to explore their dominance, to seek for a man who has this devotion, okay? This connection should be based on goddess worship, not on men's kinks.
So it's almost like he has to have the capacity to worship you, right? And you see this with women too. That you date women, I could tell there are the most submissive women are usually women who admire you, who have like a capacity to admire, a capacity to worship, right? That's why cult leader Poom Poom is the best. Because when you're a cult leader, every woman in that cult is inherently has that worship gene, right? Oh my fucking god! Brother Alex is running a cult in Mexico. Nah, hell no, dude. Nah, I'll get deported, man. I'll get deported, but yeah, that's how it is, right? It attracts a certain kind of person. That's why, like, hooking up with like getting a Christian girl, Muslim girl, that could be kinky. Do it for the Lord, baby. Do it for the Lord. Imagine I'm Jesus. Lord, smite that motherfucker. Smite him. He's.
It's nice, yeah, if you meet someone who is on the submissive, okay? This connection should be based on goddess worship, not on men's kinks. It's nice, yeah, if you meet someone who is on the submissive spectrum, but again, this man can completely exhaust you. He can be into things you are not into, because men tend to be into more paraphilic stuff than women, and women are just looking for a man who would treat them as a queen, who would worship them. But what I actually recommend is definitely do not act like a bitch. There is a category of submissive men who would love that, but you don't want to push the wrong buttons. Yeah, because sometimes women who are inexperienced in their dominance.
Yeah, I would prefer, rather than acting like a bitch, it's a hint of coldness, right? Where it's only where your nonverbal cues completely diminish, where you're talking like this, right? Like saying like, hey, you got to pay a price. Then no, it's not a metaphor. You're gonna have to lick my ass. Like just you speak in a certain coldness, and even you got the predator eyes, right? And that's all you need. Being a bitch, like she says, it's a kink. Some guys like to be mistreated, but most guys just like that emotional coldness.
who don't know how to act yet, they just believe that being dominant means being bitchy. Okay,
Yep.
if you act like this on the first date,
It's like guys with Andrew Tate, right? They think that to be a man, you got to be an asshole to women, and no, it's about being dominant, having standards, being willing to walk away, right? Taking care of the women that you're with. That's what masculine is.
not cool. You have to act classy, like a queen, okay? And you always say thank you, even if you're looking for a submissive partner specifically. I mean, I'm just saying some basic things, but it has to be said because I see that lots of women just confuse dominance and aggressiveness and bitchiness, and it's not that, okay? So when you are having a lunch or a dinner date with a man, yeah, and you say, oh, like, I would like to have a glass of water, and if he rushes to bring you the glass, it's okay to say thank you, you know?
That is very true, man. I mean, she's saying don't be entitled. And that to me is something that I imagine a lot of people forget because they think they're like a king, right? A king still says thank you. A queen still says thank you, right? Because what she's looking for, she even says it. She's looking for character, and how you treat the people who are under you in this play is a reflection of your character, and she's showing the people that she also wants you to be the same. I like her. I was expecting some evil shit, right? Labyrinth type of stuff, but I like her. I like her a lot.
Nothing is going to happen to you and to your dominance. And if he is submissive, he's not gonna see you as less dominant because you said thank you for a glass of water. Just don't forget, it's not some sort of dungeon here. You are in a public place with, well, almost a stranger.
I
And
mean, remember 50 Shades of Grey, right? There was a certain level of politeness, but an example is the coldness that he has. He's still polite, but cold, right? And you do that by lowering your fluctuation rate, how much fluctuation is in your voice, and literally just learning how to lower your nonverbal cues. That's all really you got to do. It's just hard to do, to be honest with you.
right now, let me share a couple of stories, yeah, from my own dating life, how I had dates with men who were submissive.
Can you imagine from the picture of me and her? What the fuck, fellow Alex? You went out with her. I know exactly what you're into. Then you see Dokes, the meme of Doke. New, new. All right, let's keep listening.
So sometimes they would directly say it in their profile, looking for a dominant woman. And when I met them, I realized that even typing that in their bio was an act of bravery. They were so, well, so sensitive about it, you know? On the one hand, they were proud. At the same time, they were like, yeah, I'm about to delete it. And for example, after some time, we would stop talking and I would check their profile again. And I saw that lots of them just deleted that part. Well, maybe I traumatized them. Hopefully not. But I believe it wasn't because of me, because the cases were different. Yeah. And so I was seeing, for example, yeah, spicy stories. I was seeing a submissive man who openly said that he was submissive. He was quite successful and he was younger than me. He was, I think, 25. And when we met, that was our first topic. Yeah, we started talking about this male-female dynamics, yeah, male submission, female dominance. Also, it's very important for me to make sure that we have the same political views or like social views. Yeah,
People, you'd be surprised how much that matters. Or better yet, you guys want to have a similar sense of humor.
I don't want a leftist. I don't want a woke person around me.
A submissive Trump supporter? Baby, put it up there. I love it. It's amazing. Ooh, this is the greatest ever.
Lots of kinksters are woke. I just always have to make sure
That's
that
true.
like he does not belong there and we have the
That's
same
so
like
true.
this mutual thing because
Pinky
only
wokes.
kink cannot unite you, obviously. So yeah, we would talk about that and then the first time when we started making out.
And notice this, right? Notice, I bet you money she tells guys that. And she knows most guys are leftists. And she tells most guys that. Something that disqualifies them. And I always tell people, one of the most attractive things you could do is tell people, or even talk in a way almost like trying to disqualify them. Just say, hey, like for example, if I know you're liberal, I'll tell women, you know, I usually prefer dating Republican women because I have my own reasons. For example, that's just an example. What that unconsciously communicates is that I'm okay with losing. Like that sounds like such a little thing, but I think it's humongous. Actually, I find that funny how that works. I find it's actually big what she says right there, because I get it. I totally get a submissive guy seeing her, because I don't do that. I don't do that. I'll be honest, I don't do that. But I sometimes I try not to, because I don't want to make people feel bad, right? But I mean, I tell that to guys. I'm like, I don't date dudes. Right? They're not gonna offend it. But you guys see what I'm saying? Like, it's almost like you disqualify them. And what you do then is that most likely a lot of those guys will lie to her that they're Republican. Oh, shit, fuck. Of course, guys don't give a fuck. We will lie. We'll say we're Democrat. We don't give a fuck. Like,
And it was at the beach at night on the rocks. I just like the whimpering part. And he was actually very service oriented. He cleaned my apartment. Yeah, he did everything around the house.
what?
And he washed my motorbike.
What?
That was quite nice.
She got
But what I
slaves.
didn't like is that he
Oh, the Confederation people. This chick got slaves.
was quite passive and he just wanted to be ordered around. And that's not the type of sub I want all the time. So we had to part ways. Also, I have a few stories when men never identified as subs. Like, not at all, quite the opposite. Some of them actually thought that they were dominant. And when we started dating, they
I could imagine her be like, no, 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 baby, you're not a dominant. I'm a dominant. You do not know it yourself. I'm gonna show you who you are.
preferences changed. Because I just think that sometimes men don't even know what they want.
I don't like that
I just
smile.
think that sometimes men don't even know what they want. I know that it sounds patronizing, but how do you like the taste of your own medicine? Men can be easily conditioned into what they like. When they are obsessed with a woman,
She's
yeah,
evil.
when they fall in love, they would do anything. For most, yeah, like let's say good men. Of course, good, bad is a relative terms, yeah, but I'm not talking about assholes, right? We're just selfish and want themselves to be satisfied. So good men, they get pleasure only when a woman gets pleasure. So make sure that you pick a pleaser.
Yeah, well, of course, right? Um, yeah, well, yeah, that's actually very true. Like, some guys don't get pleasure off of your pleasure. That's a real thing. That's a real thing. And I'll be honest with you, that's the mark of an anti-submissive, right? Because hyper dominant men don't find pleasure in a woman's pleasure. It's all about them, right? And I totally, but be careful though, because some people can be serviceable and selfish at the same time.
Honestly, with all my various experience with men, I would say that it doesn't really matter what they say. Seriously. Because he can tell you, no, I'm not a sub because he's ashamed of it.
Oh my god! By the way, that sense you don't like dick. I don't.
And then you find out that he's actually into cuckolding, into feet, into crawling on the floor for you. That also happened
Oh
to me
hell
not so long
no!
ago. And that was quite interesting. No, 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 I'm not submissive. And then, like, a few minutes later, he says, I don't know, I want to get rid of this addiction. Yeah, like, actually, like this cuckolding porn,
Wait,
you know?
it's an addiction. I mean, I imagine kinky things are very addictive. Okay, I get it. You see, she's laughing. She's laughing. She's laughing, man. She's laughing on these kings.
That's such a common story. Like, I remember it was a while ago, like 3 years ago, a guy told me, like, but is it okay for you to date someone who is not submissive? I was like, yeah, sure. And then an hour later, after conversations, he says, yeah, I can't have an orgasm if no one hits my balls. Well, technically he's right, because being a masochist does not mean being submissive, and he actually wasn't submissive, but still it was funny how they try to hide their fetishes.
Okay.
So the conclusion, check if he ticks the most important boxes for you, yeah, through this little test, and look for someone who is, again, service oriented, is a pleaser. So that happens at the beginning, and then further, well, direct communication is still quite important. Here I'm telling you the boring stuff because you're
Look, this chick, she blew my mind. She blew my mind, people. She's attractive. She's evil. She's humorous. She could punch and run and shit. I mean, this lady's crazy, man. If my boy ever dates her, I'm gonna be looking at him twisted, man. Anyways, you guys be safe, man.
All right, guys, we're going to have a brief intermission so that I could tell you guys about our new bundle that we're doing where you guys can purchase all of my courses and get it at a discount. So this bundle is pretty much the bundle where you could just buy all of my courses. You could buy Nice Guy, which is a training course on how to come across more assertive, how to come across more confident, how to not give off nice guy vibes. You guys can get access to Dark Game, which is my full dating course on how to meet women in different scenarios, how to attract women, how to make sure you don't come across as creepy, and essentially how to act like a man and not act like a doofus, to be quite honest with you. And you get all of these bonuses, which is the bonuses of Dark Game, the bonuses of Practical Mastery, which is about how to master a skill, Social Mastery, which is how to master your social life, and the Laws of Human Nature, which is a book club videos that I had dissecting Robert Greene's book. All of this is naturally at around naturally is at $346, but you guys can purchase this bundle and get it at what's the price again? Get it at $238 pretty much. So you guys can purchase it right now. It's a money back 30-day money back guarantee. It's a good way to, rather than just buying them individually and paying extra, you guys can just purchase everything at a discount price. Now, the only thing I don't like is the fact that I'm giving you a lot of information at the same time. That makes me kind of scared because a lot of times people don't do the things that I teach when you get too much information. But I've gotten too many requests to do this, so I'm just satisfying you guys. Purchase it right now by clicking on the description down below where it says purchase the bundle. All right, let's continue with the video.